Hey everybody, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are going to do our next installment of Archetype breakdowns for the Set 17 Ultimate Squad. Today's focus will be on the Red Ribbon Army from the Dragon Ball Saga in blue. And before we jump into it, I just want to have a couple of little announcements, one for the channel, one for the video. We'll start with the video first. Normally I like to do the deck breakdowns in DBS Deck Planet, but I don't know what the deal is, but none of the cards from this week have been uploaded on their site. And I do understand that they're a team of people that work just like everyone else, so sometimes these things will get delayed, but I just couldn't find that, and I apologize if they've released an official notice. So because of that, I'm just doing the entire thing on Untap. This isn't the way things are gonna go from here on forward. I just want you guys to know why the format's a little different this time around. In terms of channel news, my smallest current channel, UniX Gotcha, I'm going to actually rebrand it. I decided that I wanted to have like a channel where I just kind of really just blow off steam and kick it. And so I will rebrand the name soon enough, and on that channel we'll just do anything anime/manga. Like if I want to discuss the newest chapter of One Piece, I'll discuss it there. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll discuss it there. When My Hero and Demon Slayer come back for new episodes, I'll explain those there. I'll explain some one episodes too, or review them, you know. We'll talk about the Dragon Ball Super movie. We'll talk about the Dragon Ball Super manga. Like, we'll go over pretty much anything I feel like doing there, as well as playing anime related games. The My Hero game that I currently play, I'll do that. On Steam, I just bought a discounted One Piece, Pirate Warriors, and I might just do a whole walkthrough and some videos on that too. Just whatever tickles my fancy and is anime related, I'll put on that channel. So if you guys want to get on that, I would highly suggest going down to the description and subscribing to UniX Gotcha. The name will be changed probably tomorrow if you're looking at, well, later today, if you're looking at this today on Monday when this video drops. So just look forward to that. It's gonna be a place where we can all just hang and talk about weed stuff. So I'll figure out a name and start working on the icon, and we'll move from there. That being said, just as per usual, if you want to see official spoilers and announcements, follow the official Facebook group. Links in the description. You can also in the description find the unofficial discussion group on Facebook, the unofficial Reddit. You can find the Universe X Discord where we talk about, the game, as well as so many other things in the anime/manga/gaming community. It's just there. There's a lot of stuff. If you want to talk about it and there's enough interest, we'll add a channel. Know what I mean? And yeah. So with all that out of the way, I just wanted to say, if you like the content, think about hitting that subscribe button. We're growing, and we're trying to push this into new territories. I really do want to get closer and closer to my dream of being a full-time content creator, and that just, there's stuff that rides on this channel, there's stuff that rides on my other two channels, but we're gonna make it work, because if there's anything I don't know how to do, it's give up. So let's jump over onto Untap. Let's talk about the cards that were used in the deck, and then let's roll over into the demo bit. So, we're gonna start off with talking about the leader, okay? Just for a quick recap, because I can't spell commander, apparently, it's a little late. When we look at this leader, right? Commander Red, cool. So we look at the leader. On his front side, you choose one Red Ribbon Army card with energy cost of 2 or less and place in the owner's drop area, and this is when it attacks an auto. Draw one card, switch one of your energy, mono blue energy, to active mode, cool. And then auto, when one of your commander red cards is placed in the drop area by one of your skills, adds cards to your life, from your life to your hand until you have 6 left, and flip this card over. His backside is when this card attacks, draw one card. Auto, once per turn at the end of a battle, which one of your Red Ribbon Army cards with an energy cost of 2 or less attacked, you may place that card in its owner's drop area. If you do, draw one and untap a mono blue energy, and then activate main. Once per turn, blue, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less, place at the bottom of the owner's deck. Cool. So here's what we got going. This deck is going to pull a lot of 10k 2-drop or less, 10k or less, 2-drop or less Red Ribbon Army cards from there. So you gotta make sure you have the correct package to deal with that. We got 4 Android 8 for his friends. This is just the top 3 searcher, and then if you have 3 more energy, he swings for 15, but if he gets swung on, he blows himself up no matter what. You've got Major Metallotron. He is a blocker, but when he dies to being swung on, he is going to be able to search top 5 for 2 or less 10k or less and play it, Red Ribbon Army. Colonel Violet, she's here just because she gets played by General Blue Ever Loyal, and that can set up plays for sacrifices. Then you have got the card in question, General Blue Ever Loyal. When he's played, you can either draw a card or play a Colonel Violet from your drop or your warp. You've got Vegeta, Disciplined Warrior. He's the super combo of choice. You've got 4 Commander Red Hidden Ambitions, and if you need in-depth looks to any of these cards, you just need to go to one of my 2 previous videos, because I always go over all the spoilers and I bring it all together in these videos. Just don't want to clog up too much of the video re-explaining the cards. But he's going to search top 3 when he swings to play a 2 cost or less that's not himself. That's amazing. This guy's just going to have Barrier, but he's going to draw one when you play him. He's got a Spirit Boost effect that we really don't use. This guy is also able to once per turn kill a Red Ribbon Army card and then play, you bounce something 4 or less from their board. That's kind of the theme. General Blue Red Ribbon Officer. Sounds weird, but as an uncommon, he's one of the best cards in the deck. When he gets played, you draw a card and you bounce a card 4 or less, and he gains plus 10k, so he becomes 20k. It's a pretty big swing. Champa, you have him at 2 because his deck kind of feels like a punchy deck. Now I'm going to put Red Ribbon Robot Colossal Power up to 3 because I was smoking and put him at 2, put that down to 1. This guy really gets it in there when he can be played. He gets played and you can start sacking things and making him a 30k double striker critter dual attacker. That's a whole lot, and if he connects, your opponent will feel it. But negates are getting more and more powerful every day, so it is what it is. Baby Hatch, because we're blue, why not? 1 Fighting Against Fate for extra push. 4 Red Ribbon Army, a symbol for the pulling through deck, and you'll see how it works. 4 D-Magic, 2 Chills Army Reinforcements, 3 Sensu Beans, and with that, we are going to go into the game part of this. Like I said, I do want to make sure these are a little shorter than normal, so we're going to try to flip the script on how I do these things in order to make these not 25-minute videos. So this deck likes going second, but also going first has some good setups too. So I got an 11, my opponent rolls a 7, so we'll be going first for this first demo. I would like to see a symbol in hand. We always like seeing a symbols in hand, but having these reds in here are gonna be really good too. Since we're going first, we wanna keep the pressure, so we'll keep a robot in hand, which means we're gonna be putting back that, and we'll also kind of put back the Sensu Beam. That doesn't really help us in our startup. And we'll draw 1, we'll draw 2. Alrighty then, we are getting started. So, now that we have that, we're going to put our life up. We will charge this one. We want to be able to use our... You have to keep 1-drops in hand because you'll see very quickly this deck needs to be able to utilize 1 energy before it swings quite often. So we're going to play this one, and then we're going to tap this one, and we're going to play Red Ribbon Army Assemble, and we're going to play a Metallotron. The Metallotron is going to be put out here because if we're going first, there are very few ways outside of Gogeta Zeno, thwarting the Dark Empire, the SS3, that our opponent is going to be able to remove this off the field without swinging. And when they swing, we're going to immediately put that down, we're going to block it, and then he's going to allow us to search our top 5 for a Red Ribbon Army with a certain or less, and we don't really want to play General Blue Red Ribbon Officer because we prefer to get him when he can be, you know, a 20k. But we will play him because he's better than all these other options. And by all these other options, I mean Colonel Violet. We're not just doing that. We might as well play one that's going to bounce maybe a 1-drop that they play to the hand, and then we're going to draw a card off of him being played. Cool. So next turn, we're going to get started. We are going to then charge this. We're going to tap, and we are going to play the Commander Red Hidden Ambitions. We will swing with Commander Red Hidden Ambitions, and he's going to search the top 3, and if we can find a 2-drop or less, we're going to play it. So cross our fingers and bang. We can't play that one, that sucks. We can play this one, and that's just additional pressure. So we'll play him, and we get to put these on the bottom of our deck any way we choose. So we'll put that, and when we play this guy, he's gonna bounce something if they have it, but they just went, you know, turn 1, so I doubt it. And then we're going to draw a card from him being played. Now that that has happened, we can now swing with our leader, and our leader is going to put this guy into the grave. We're going to draw 1, we're going to untap 1, and then we're going to then flip over because we just put a Commander Red in grave. And so we're swinging for 15 here, and that's pretty cool. After swinging for the 15, after putting that in grave, I thought that went in grave. Okay, after swinging for the 15, we can then swing for another 10k if we want. We can combo on this, we don't have to. This is really just to kill this guy with my leader effect to untap 1 and draw 1 again. We almost have sparking, and that's kind of the place we want to be, but we need to figure out how we want to play it out. So now I'm going to swing with 20k. That'll be neat. And then we'll play the android. And if we can get another 1-drop, we'll just immediately play that. So we're gonna search top 3, and perfect. We're gonna take this guy, and we're gonna put these 3 at the bottom of our deck in any order that we choose. And after doing that, we are going to tap this one, and we're going to play Ever Loyal. And this is going to then be able to play a skillless Red Ribbon Army. So we're gonna look through our deck now and find a Violet. And we also see the baby hatches in our life. So we're gonna hopefully get it in these next 2 swings. So we're gonna play Commander Violet, and we're gonna shuffle. And after doing that, we're gonna swing with Commander Violet. And after swinging with Commander Violet, we're gonna combo off the General Blue Ever Loyal, setting us up for sparking and making it 15 swing. So this turn we swung for 15, we swung for 15, we swung for 15, we swung for 20. And that actually is a little bit of pressure that you can add on. Now that that's happened, we can then wait. Now if they try to go in on us, we can actually do this and do this with nothing to do with our energy. That's perhaps a way I built the deck that's bad, but we'll do that, we'll do that. And then after hitting that, if they want to get particularly froggy again, we can then go into Chilled Army Reinforcements and, you know, take another card in the hand that's not hatched, and then play a token which can then block. So that's kind of where we are right now. We can then draw, and we have options. We're not going to play another one of these, so we can charge this, and this is kind of where we can really start to have some fun, you know. Now that this is the way we have this set up, we can do coop things. Like we can swing here, right? And after we swing with this one, we're going to be able to activate the ability of here. So he swings for 15, and then we will actually, you know what? See, this is exactly what I meant before. You have to be good at playing your cards in sequential order. We're gonna tap this, we're gonna play that, because now we're going to be able to look at tap 3. Top 3 is going to find the Metallotron. Not the best pickup, but it is what it is. It sucks harder that we had to put these at the bottom of the deck. After we find that, we then swing with this one. Either one really works. Limit 1, we're gonna go up to 15k. After that happens, we're going to kill that. We're going to untap and draw. Not in that order though. And then we're gonna 1, 2, and 3 to play Big Boy. Big Boy's gonna come out. And then if he's not messed with in any way, shape, or form, what we can now do is pop that with his effect. He's gonna go up 5k because one of these was removed, but he's also going to gain critical and double strike. So he can swing twice, that's a huge body. We can swing with our leader, we can draw a card, and then we can wait. Now we're at a position where if they do get stupid, we're not dying because we are able to now do this D-Magic, hopefully gaining hatch because we're not a scrub. Okay, well, and then we'll open up, and then we'll open up, and then we have more defensive options now. This is kind of the way. I mean, we can Sensu Bean here and kind of just, well, not untap my leader, but we can Sensu Bean and go up a little bit. If anything is removed here, the important part is this is not a main activate main kind of deal. It's an auto. So if any of these is removed from my battle area, like we could just go in for any reason. So it's kind of like a trap. Once you have 3 energy open, this is kind of like an arrival because you can just drop another one on the board, and then now we're in like incredible levels of pressure they don't want to be in. We no longer have any use for extra cards, so we're just going to charge that. And now we're just in places that are not good for the average person. We're going to play this man, and this man is going to allow us to bring out the Violet. And now you're going to see kind of little combo plays with this. Like we bring out the Violet here, right? And after we bring out the Violet, now we can start harassing our opponent immediately. We'll activate this ability to put this back in the grave, and this guy is going to go up by 5k, and so is this guy. And then with this one's effect, we're going to pop this one. So now they both have critical and double strike and dual attack, but they're both 35k. So we can swing 4 times for 35k, as well as critical and dual attack. And that's a feat. And now what you have here is the ability to swing in here, and we're gonna draw a card. Now we have the ability to swing with Ader, and after Ader's done swinging for 15 for whatever reason, whatever we decide to do with it, we can pop him to untap and draw. And maybe that was the move before. That's my fault, because I could have, it depends on what color they are, but if you did do that in the opposite order, you could have had these guys sitting at 40k for the dual attack and the swing, because that's not a once per turn, it's just an auto. So that's kind of crazy when you think about all the things you can do with that. Once this is here though, it's kind of weird where we go from here. We want to thin out the deck for sure, so we can play something like this, right? We only need one real energy up, so we can also just go ahead and play something like this. Just draw a card. We got D-Magic, we got Sensi Beam, we got we got stuff right here. So we have some plays, but you can kind of see the main push is with these cards. So we're gonna go second, and then we'll wrap up the video. Coolies, coolies. So let's see that's going second hand. Opening up Baby Hatch always feels good. This is not reliable going second, because going second, your opponent on their turn 2 can answer you with a lot of stuff. This is a really good card to have always, and going second, you're not sure how your stuff may be answered, so it's good to have these two. This is one of those rougher hands, because I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to play a card. We might get rid of this, just because we'll probably be able to search it anyway. We don't want to get rid of a super combo, we don't want to get rid of hatching, we don't want to get rid of our awakening requirements, so at this point, we just kind of got to see. That was beautiful. It was definitely beautiful. We will go up, and now we'll start. So we draw a card. They might have a 1-drop, we're not quite sure. Yeah, we don't trust this turn 1, so we're definitely just gonna play it out as is. And then what we can do here is activate Red Ribbon Army Assemble, and just make a couple of attacks. Like, I'm trying to think of where we want to go. We, at this point, will just go Commander Blue. Right. We'll go Commander Blue. And after going, well, General Blue. After going General Blue, we will literally bounce a card in case, and then we'll just draw. And after doing that, we will be able to swing at our leader for 10k, and then we can, actually, you know what? That's not the case. We'll swing here for 20k. And after swinging here with 20k, we'll be able to swing here, put this guy in the grave, draw one, and then untap one. That's where we are. We swung with 20k. If we wanted to be cheeky, we could put on a Champa for no reason, but we've got Champa and Hatch in hand, so we might as well just kind of chill on it. Them going, they may hit me right there. That's fine. I don't really mind. Going into my next turn, though, we have some options. This guy's kind of really fodder, so we're just gonna play him here. And then this really is like the hardest part. Like, if we're playing against green, this play doesn't even get off. If we're playing against green, I guess we just play the barrier one and then move from there. But it is what it is. We'll play this guy, and we get to swing with him. And for 15, he's gonna search top 3. Top 3 is going to net us a Colonel Violet, even though that's not really that shui. I wish it was General Blue, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We're gonna then swing with our leader, and we're going to pop this one to untap and draw. Wow, look at that. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're gonna take this card from hand, and we're going to flip over. Pretty neat, pretty neat. From here, we can, oh, why is that there? You know what? We're still in the auto. We're gonna combo with this. So we'll put him up to 15. You know what? We don't even have to do that. We're already at 15, right? Sorry, this is a little weird because I want to make sure this is sequenced well. What we can do now is swing with Colonel Violet. And after swinging with Colonel Violet, we can combo here to make it 15 again. Making sure it matches. After it being 15 in the battle, we can activate this effect to kill that, untap that, draw one. Then what we can do is tap this, play this from the drop area, and then after playing that from the drop area, since we have the ability now, we can tap this, we can play this, and if they have something worth bouncing, this is a beautiful Commander Blue moment. I keep saying Commander Blue, but his name is General Blue. This is going to come down. We're going to draw one, bounce a card, and then we're going to punch. And then you're starting to see us getting set up for some beautiful hands. We will be able to Sparking D-Magic here and open up these 2 energy, and that's a very, very, very good thing. Really depends on what they want to do past there. I mean, we have access to super combos if we get pushed down enough. We also have access to this. So if we had to, we had to. But we can also block. So we can stop 3 attacks there, generally. Now the next turn is going to be funny, but like in a good way, right? We can play this card because we don't care about it. We can then swing with this card. And I do want to use my energy, but there's no way I can use my energy effectively this turn, unfortunately. I would have to swing my leader first, and depending on the deck, that can be dangerous. So it is what it is. But if we swing with this one, right, and then we activate the ability to draw and untap one, but then we just slappity slip slap, and we play this man, we can start cooking. After playing this guy, we can then just activate its ability to put this into the grave, giving it that, so we can swing twice with 3000 dual attack crit. This is the turn where we might try to amp the heat up a little bit and throw out the hatch because we can. We have 2 of this card. Yeah, we throw out the hatch because we can. And then the next turn we just start trying to go a little more wild than we did before. I think we play this for sure. And then we tap and we tap and we go into this man. And just because of what this guy can do, we'll pop this one, right? And then we'll swing like on like a battle card if they add it. And then we look at the top 3 to attempt to cascade. Android Aider will come through. These guys will go to the bottom. And then Android Aider will search the top 3 again. And I guess we'll have to take Metallotron, and then we'll have to bottom deck a super combo. So that kind of sucks. But after we do that, we get to activate the ability of that to kill this. And then we're going to untap 1, draw 1. We can then play this here to bounce a card and draw a card. And that's very, very, very neat. We can now swing here with General Blue, Red Ribbon Officer. We got that. We can also swing with this guy, and we can actually Sensu Bean here. I'm trying to think, because we've already used these effects. There's not really much else I can do. Okay, so we definitely just Sensu Bean here, right? I think so. Or we just don't. If we're not trying to push like that, we don't Sensu Bean. We just swing here twice. We can swing here. We've got to swing here. We've got to draw when we swing with our leader, and that's kind of enough. We've got a lot of pressure on board. Having these 2 Sensu Beans and the Chilled Armor Reinforcements is pretty cool, plus these 2, because I don't think I die here. Like, I could literally just play this blocker just in case, and you have to nuke my board in order to attempt to then push through without any fear of being clapped back on, because I've got a lot. Like, I've got a lot. I mean, we have this, we have the ability to block, we have the ability to Sensu twice. And just like I said, we can Sensu twice, and if you get rid of anything at all on my board, then you are just going to get tapped into this. And at this point, I'm 2 Sensus up with 2 super combos in hand. It's not like I'm like sitting here amazing, but like, let's just see what happens if I draw 1, draw 2. That's tight. If I do it again, and we just put the Aider back and draw 1, draw 2. So we kind of are sitting here. I think we're in a healthy space. I think we're in a healthy-ish space. We stopped an attack. We could block an attack potentially. We have 2 Sensu Beans. It's gonna put me up at 25k, and then we have the ability to use super combos twice. We have a blocker unless they removed it, and then our next turn just becomes our attempt to push for game. Like I said, this is the part where we can start doing the foo-foo stuff. We can play cards like General Blue. We don't even have to charge anymore. We can play cards like General Blue just to bring out the Violet. And after doing that, you know, we can get our things in order where we activate the effects of both of these, and they go up 1. And then we activate the effects, the effect again. So both of them are now sitting here at 2,300, or sorry, 35k with the ability to be double strike and critical. What did I put in there the first time? There we go. I thought I was missing a card. And then we just kind of move from there, you know, like you're able to swing here for 15k, pop that, you get to draw, you get to go up, you get to 1 and 1. And I'm not sure, since I did that, I'm not sure if it's currently still in the hand or not, but this could potentially be stupid too. Like, I mean, I have the ability to then play stuff like this and then draw and bounce. And if this is able to be seen in my hand when that happens, because I don't think it was in my hand to see that, but there's no way that you can know that. So this may actually be something I can do. That looks like an opportunity to play that, because there's no way to confirm if this card was in your hand or not when you drew and that card went off the board. So if I was able to play this, this could potentially just be a really, really gross move, you know? I can potentially play a lot. We have the ability to go into SS4 Bardock against Fate, and that's a whole lot of swings. So there we go. Said I didn't want it to be too long. Still kind of became too long. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. I would like to thank you guys for the constant support, and we're just going to keep going up from here. We're almost done with all of the archetype overviews and the archetype breakdowns for the set. We got one more in the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 leader, so I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. And this will conclude with the first time ever since I got into YouTubing that I did our full archetype breakdowns and archetype overviews for every freaking card in the set. So, yay me, yay me. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys the next time you decide to join Universe X. Later.